Hello, how are you? Welcome. Thank you for joining me. Happy Monday. I'm happy to have you here with me. I am going to use this transfer from our After Dark line tonight. I hope you love unicorns. I do. And the minute I saw this one, I knew that I had to do a project with it. So I got me some cutouts, which I made and cut on my laser. And I'm ready. So let me just see if I can get my keyword going. And we will get moving. Here we go. All right. Keyword is set up. It is the word unicorn. Let me find my live. And then we'll go. Okay. Tell me about your day. I hope you're having a great one. And you can comment unicorn at any time right here on this post to grab the supplies to make this, including a link to my chalk site so that you can get this transfer and the other stuff that I'm using. I am going to use some of the new paints that I got at Hobby Lobby a couple weeks ago. That's exciting. Hi, Joni. How are you? I'm going to start by just painting my cutouts white, okay? We always need a good white base coat. And tell me about your day. What'd you do today? Did you just have to go to work? Because that's what I did, and it was terrible after being gone for a week. Absolutely horrible. Once again, I didn't wake up independently wealthy today, and I had to go back to reality this morning. Y'all, last week while I was out of town, it felt like the week was never going to be over, you know, until it was. And then it was like the last night that we were there, and Chris and I were starting to get depressed, knowing that we were having to go home and leave those kids behind and go back to reality of working every day, which just totally stinks. Okay, oops. So this transfer, my tape is not that sticky anymore. Okay, this transfer says, I don't believe you in you either. My gosh. The unicorn is doing something a little naughty there. So keep that in mind. This is not a child's design. Hi, Danielle. Yes. So, they actually were asking us recently. So this is have y'all seen these? This is a simple rectangle. They are on my chalk site. I don't know if I can easily peel this backer off. I want to. These come in a 2-pack, and they're in the like chalk shop. Is that what it's called? It's like the dollar chalk spot. That's what it's called. It's like the dollar spot in Target. You know that. That's my favorite place. Anyway, they were asking for suggestions for new designs recently from some designers, so I'm excited. All right, so this I'm going to use. I have these 3 colors. Let me show you. This one is that Adrift. Okay, it's by Folk Art. And then this one is Strawberry from Deco Art. And then this one is, I guess this is like the Hobby Lobby brand Crafters Collection Purple. You know, we got to use purple. I'm just going to make like a, not a rainbow background, but a striped type background that fades into each other as I do. I'm thinking I might have wanted to paint this white first, but we're gonna just go for it, okay? I might need more than 1 layer of each of these colors to get decent coverage, but we're gonna make it work, okay? Yeah, so I'm hoping that they're going to have some new designs. I don't know what they will be, but they asked us for suggestions, y'all, and we came with it, with some really good ones. So if you comment the keyword, you'll get the link to go and check out what we currently have. Well, it'll be the cart, actually. I don't know why I said that, but if you go to my website, which is chalkcouture.com/thepamid/after, then the dash dark, you can go look at all the designs that we have. If you need that link, just let me know. All right, now I'm going to try and blend these. Hopefully I can make this come to life like I wanted. Like, you know, sometimes in my brain, I have thoughts, okay? And they work out occasionally, okay? And then other times, I completely jack it up. It looks like maybe I'm getting it. Maybe. I'm sort of doing it, what I was thinking, okay? I'm just trying to thicken this up, though, so that it's nice and not, like, completely see-through. Now, I'm going to put that pink down here, too, and I didn't want to use 3 of these, but I'm going to, and, you know, sometimes I just have to say, you know what? It's fine, okay? And this is one of those times. There are occasionally situations. I really like this strawberry color. And that purple is really nice. I don't think I have a paint that's a purple like that. And you know my favorite color is purple. So I had to buy it. And they came in the big one. So now we got to find more projects that we can use purple on. Alright. It's looking pretty good for a rainbow, non-rainbow. You know? It's not really a rainbow, which is good. I'm not really into the Roy G. Biv, okay? I know that's terrible to say. It's like sacrilege, I think, but the red and orange that go in a rainbow just don't really do it for me, okay? I'm sorry. I'm going to just touch up this teal a little bit more so that it's just slightly darker. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. It can be blended. And then I'm going to give my pink just a little bit more. The purple's okay, I think. There. And we're going to put the cutout on top of this anyway, so I can hide any of my flubs, alright? If I screwed this up, I could fix it. Or I could just sand it a little bit once it's dry. And I swear to you, a sanding block can be your best friend, okay? Y'all see me all the time. Hi, Mom. Hey, Stephanie, how are you? Welcome. Oh, hey, Sam. I don't think I said hi to you a minute ago whenever you first jumped on. All right, so, y'all, these little chalk shapes, super cheap. They come in a 2-pack. Go grab them from the Chalk Spot. All right. Now, I'm going to do one more layer of white on here. And some of this is going to be the hair, okay? So we're going to have to paint it, which is fine. Okay, I have a plan, but I want really good coverage on my unicorn's face because it is not going to be painted. It'll just be white, as the unicorn is, okay? So that part needs to be really well defined, okay? Also, do you love my shirt? I bought it while I was out of town. I always have to get a shirt or a sweater. This time I got both because, y'all, my friend Lindsay, she's a terrible influence on me, okay? She forced me to buy this shirt and a sweatshirt with no regard for how many dollars I was spending. Luckily, it was on sale. This shirt was on sale because, oh my gosh, those stupid little beach shops, y'all, they get you every time. I don't care where you are. Now, this little town that we were in was like, if you've ever heard of Stone Harbor, it is fancy schmancy, okay? It is where the rich people go for vacation. And you can tell by the shops because all their stuff is like really expensive. Anyway, we're going to dry this, okay? And this will dry on its own, hopefully. By the time we're done here, that will be ready. So we'll just set it over here. Let's see if I'm gonna, hopefully I'm not blocking your view of what I'm doing. Yeah, okay, good. I gotta find space on my desk sometimes, you know? And then I'm going to just keep the words white, All right, I really like this font. It's really nice. It's kind of blocky. I'm so excited about this one, y'all. And I thought that I already had this transfer. So I'm like, oh, that's a good project that I want to do. So I made the cutouts the other day. I cut them out. And then I realized I didn't have the transfer. And so I had to order it. You're not taking this shirt. It's going to be in my dirty clothes. I'll hide it. I should have probably just bought you one. That would solve that problem. But you know what? Lindsay didn't say, hey, you need to buy Patty a shirt. So I didn't. Maybe you should call your other daughter and tell her, excuse me, miss. Tell her that she needs to be spending my money more efficiently and effectively so that you get a shirt whenever I go on vacation. All right. This is so fun. I just love it. I am going to wax my unicorn. I'm not going to wax the letters because they're so tiny. But I'm going to wax the unicorn because there's a lot. Okay, most of this is transfer. Okay, the lines are the only thing that are not. So keep that in mind that you will have to paint this one. All right, but do not worry because I've got a plan. All right. Now, I do need a gold marker because he's got this unicorn. She has a unicorn horn. And, oh, let me put this back in here. If y'all didn't know, I store my little dilly right in there. That way I never lose it. All right. Now, on to the real fun part. Okay. Let me get my life together here. We're going to fuzz this because it's brand new. Anyway, so I realized I didn't have the transfer. And I ended up having to order it the other day. Which was aggravating because I always think I have all the transfers. And then I go and I dig and I look and I'm like, I never ordered that one. And I always forget about the After Dark lines. So make sure that you check this stuff out, y'all, because they're funny. And they're not always offensive. Now, this is what I'm seeing here. That I think I need my light for this one because it's kind of hard to see through. This one's not as clear as the other ones are. So, we're going to begin at the beginning and we're going to... Okay. We're going to give this a try. We're going to try really hard. Okay. Sometimes I struggle with life. Okay. Now, that I can put to the side. Now, I love that little thing. I bought it whenever I first bought my silhouette so that I could weed vinyl, which is a total bummer, y'all. I hate weeding vinyl. I don't know about you all. It is not fun. Okay, that's not a job that I want to do. Now, this is vanilla paste, all right? Dune paste is out of stock, so I didn't want to use that. But I wanted something light that I would be able to hopefully see. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to see this against this background. That will help me paint my whole thing. Okay, so we're just going to put down a nice layer of vanilla. Or Dune. If you've got Dune, that works too. Okay. And then, there we go. Now we have a nice little outline. Okay. And it's not perfect. That paste is super dry. I probably need to throw that away and start again. Or add some water to it and mix it up. But until I do that, I'm going to continue to probably use that jar. And I'm going to continue to complain about it. Alright, now we're going to clean this transfer while that dries so that it will be ready for us to do our actual color once we get that painted, okay? And I don't think I buzzed that well enough because it looks like I maybe pulled up a little bit of paste onto my transfer. But, I mean, a little bit of paint onto my transfer. That's okay. Because we're going to paint that part anyway, so who cares? Alright, now, that's basically clean enough. Let's get this moved around. I'm going to just stick this in there so that it can dry, okay? And then in the meantime, I have my smaller paintbrushes and I still have my colors out, okay? We're going to use these colors to paint the hair, and hopefully I can do it a good enough job painting. Now you could totally use paint markers if you wanted to on this part. If you don't have a steady hand, I don't really, I should probably be using a marker, but it'll be fine. Let me see. I need to look at that transfer and see where the... Okay. This whole loop-de-loo of hair is supposed to be pink. All right. There we go. All right. And then, of course, the biggest piece of hair is going to be purple because obviously, you do whatever colors you like. Okay? This is me, and if I can use purple, any excuse to use the purple, I'm here for it. Okay? Trying to keep it in the lines. I need my transfer. Yeah, the colors are pretty great, aren't they? Let's see. I just need my guide because I'm struggling here a little bit. To be able to see where exactly the hair is. It's hard to tell. I think that's good. I don't know. We'll check in a minute, okay? And then purple up here. This paintbrush is too big for this. Far too big. So get a smaller paintbrush. It'll help you. Alright, and then we'll do the pink on the... other one, and then this last one is just, I'm going to just do the teal, okay? And I do need a smaller paintbrush because I'm recognizing my issues, finally. I just need a little. I've got some here, but it's not much. And then we're going to clean this up here in just a second. With the black outline, and then it's all going to come together. I'll show you. Hopefully it's all going to look just the way I have it in my brain hole. That one loops around. And I'm trying to figure out what color this one's supposed to be. I think I'm gonna make it teal too. I don't know if it's supposed to be teal or not. I can't really tell where it comes from. But I do love a teal. So anyway, you can comment unicorn. Okay, you can grab this. It's on my Etsy, the cutout is. There we go. All right, and then I have oh, that little piece is supposed to be pink. I'm glad I have my transfer out as a guide because it's kind of hard to tell what I'm supposed to be doing here. Hopefully this doesn't look absolutely insane once it's over, once I'm done. We'll see. I think it'll be good, hopefully. And then I'm pretty sure that this needs to be all painted, so I'm gonna just go for it. We'll do pink on this one too, all the way. On there, in between. Okay, now, the definition. Let me move all this around. I think, let me see. So that is looking pretty good. I was thinking about doing a little bit of a splatter with some white on there to make like it kind of shimmery looking, you know? Hey Colleen, how are you? Hi Kathy. Welcome. Oh, I need to paint the horn too. I forgot about the horn. I got out my gold Posca pen for that just because I don't have a gold paint. And I mean, I guess I could have used nominee paste, but it's just easier with a pen. So if you've got paint pens, this would be super good to do with paint pens and it would be so easy. And then I'm going to lay this on here in just a second as soon as this is all dry. And make sure that I've got all my bases covered. Okay, but first I want to wax it one more time. Well, I probably need to lay it down and just check. Make sure that I have my paint looking like it's like a maniac didn't paint it. All right. That thing is so bright. It's blinding. tempted to maybe not use it this time because I can line up my lines. Uh-oh. Oh, I'm trying to find my little... Oh, God. I don't know what I did, but I need to just... I got a little bit of smudge on there, so let me just clean this up really quick. Y'all, I don't know. I'm a mess tonight. Sorry. It's fine. Okay. I'm just going to grab a little bit of the white and just... spot check that. Make sure it's cleaned up a little. So anyways, tell me if you have you guys shopped on the After Dark site yet? Because there are some really funny ones that just crack me up. Like, I made one a while back that said, a shirt that said, "The hell I won't." Which, it's a sentiment that I live by, so I had to have it for myself. But there's so many of them that are just great. So, if you like something a little snarky, it could be for you. Alright, now, lining this up might be kind of hard. Because it's not clear. Okay. Get that laid down, and then I'm going to try and get my letters too, because, you know, if I can do this all at once, that would be great. Now, I think that when Ivy sees this, my daughter, she's going to try to steal it from me. Which she does with all of the things that she loves that I make. Actually surprised she doesn't come in here more often and just take off with stuff. Okay, the word either is not going to fit with the unicorn horn, so I'm going to do the rest of it, and then we'll come back and do the word either. Alright. Get this cleaned up. I love that, Vicky. I love it for you. Sometimes a well-placed F-bomb is important. Alright, this is Shimmer Shadow. We're going to use it with my special limited edition squeegee that I got at ChalkCon. And hopefully I line this back up because it was a little bit difficult to see. Alright. And then anyways, so if you guys like the After Dark stuff and you want to send in suggestions, you're more than welcome to send them to me, and I will submit them to the board. Because they're always asking for suggestions, and The other designers have not disappointed. They have come in with some good ones. Oops. All right. I did it perfect. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's really good. I lined it up perfectly. I can't believe it. I'm actually shocked that I was able to do such a good job of lining that up, because I was a little concerned. Okay, and then the word either needs to happen too. I forgot. I threw that over there before I realized what I was doing. So there we go. I probably did get away pretty well though, because if I would have been doing chalk and this kind of stuff whenever Ivy was a teenager, y'all, I'd have been making all of her friends this design, I promise you. They would have hounded me. And then I would have told them, like, go do it yourself. Like, just go in there and do it. They would have not wanted to do it. Yeah, there's a special link. So if you, I'll send you a message with the link, Danielle, but it's chalkator.com/thepamid. That's my site. And then you do another slash and do the word after and then hyphen dark. And that will take you to the website. Okay? Because they can't be putting that stuff on the live website. People would revolt. Yo, this is so cute. I love it. Okay, so now I do want to do a little thing. I'm just going to get, where's my spray bottle? A little bit of water on this, okay, just to loosen it up a little bit. And a little bit of white paint. And then kind of splatter it. Just a little. You know how I love a good splatter background. Literally any excuse to use a splatter background and I'm with it. Okay. It's immediate. Alright, throw that down on the ground. And then get this really dry and then we will... Okay. I'm making a mess. I don't know. I think there must be, yeah, purple paint right there. It's fine. I am glad that I rolled up my sleeve though before I started this, or else I would have been really upset by getting my shirt dirty. Alright. There we go. Get that cleaned up, okay? Try not to make a mess like I do whenever you craft, okay? If you can avoid making a mess, that would be great. If not, we're all friends here, okay? All right, now I just want to make sure that I have my spacing good. This is funny. And then the other thing, okay, is that I have these little stands, all right? And I don't want to put the cutout too low. So that's why I'm trying to like, I'm going to do it like this, I think. So that I can move this up some. And then it can sit in the little base. Okay, so make sure that you leave room in the base. These bases come in a 2-pack. And then for some stick fast. Now, I'm going to stick myself to this. I can feel it. At some point. These letters are tiny. Our words are tiny. And the letter I is just... So, funny story. Y'all may not even care or think this is funny, but I do. So the I is just a little, like, the tiniest piece, okay? And whenever I cut it on my laser, if I don't put what they call a tab on there, it just falls right through the little grate into the abyss that I've not ever cleaned out, okay? Of all the little bits and pieces that fall through the grate. There's no way I'm going to find it in there, all right? Because I'm a nightmare. And so I got this thing all cut out and everything. It was all ready to go. And then I realized, oh no, there's an I somewhere. So then I had to go back and recut it. I hate when I do that. I do it all the time too. I don't realize that things are going to be too small and then it'll fall through the grate. All right, now just stick fast everywhere on this baby. All right, and place it and that is stinking cute, if I do say so myself. Now, I still have wet paint on the edges, so I need to be gentle and careful with this thing. But let's see if it stands up in my little stand. I am going to try to clean that edge off a little bit so that I can avoid spreading it further. Now, this stand, the base is like slanted, so figure that out, okay? And... it's perfect. Oops, it leans a little bit. Maybe it needs to be there. That's better. Oh gosh. It is absolutely amazing. Perfect for any desk. I hope you all love this. I do, for sure. The colors are perfect for me. I will see you tomorrow night. Thank you for joining me. You can comment unicorn to grab this. And Danielle, I will send you the link here in just a few, okay? Love you guys. Good night. See you later.